What's up, 3CM family? Tonight we're going to go over the AUD JPY. This is a currency pair that I'm call out to the group. In this webinar, I'm going to show you step by step how I called out this trade. So starting out, I want to go to the daily time frame. I always like to zoom out as far as I can so I can get as many confirmations as I can. When you find a trend line on a bigger time frame, it's going to be stronger than a trend line on a smaller time frame. For example, the trend lines that we find on the weekly, the daily, the 4 hour, they will be stronger than the trend lines that you find on the hourly, the 30-minute, and the 15-minute. Makes sense. So you always want to go out to the bigger time frames. See, the market had a lot of volatility and it's starting to consolidate a little bit. We all know that's a good thing. Right after consolidation, we're going to look for a huge break. So right now I'm on a daily time frame. As you can see, the market had a big movement down. We had a double bottom right here on this bottom trend line. And when you see it a little bit better. And this is where I go in and I start to set my resistance line, right? Once I know where the market is going, now I can set resistance levels so I can see where the market is going to, reject or respond to a certain price. So now we have a really good idea of where the market is going to move, right? As we can see, the market, create a double bottom down here on this trend line, and then you have a move up to the next level, the 23.6, and then we have another move to the 38.2. Now that we have a clean break of the 38.2, I expect the market to come back down and test the 38.2 and continue to the upside. And as you can see, the market has been moving in the same pattern, continuously. It only makes sense for it to continue up and test, this trend line up here. So you see, it took a little bit over a week to make this move. So I can only expect, it can make a similar move toward this trend line in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Right? Also, just remember, this is the foreign exchange market. There are no rules. The market completely change directions, based on the news or different things that may happen. So some other things you should be looking for. I would look for, a break back down, to one of these previous levels. Break back down to, 23.6 before it goes to the next level. Just be prepared with your trading plan for multiple outcomes. For me, myself, I'm prepared for the market to continue to the 38.2 and then continue on a bullish trend, or look for the market to break and retest the 38.2 and continue on a downward trend. And the thing is you don't want to have something stuck in your mind. You don't want to have a trade stuck in your mind from the beginning, because in this market, it's so fluid. It moves so fast. You have to have an open trading plan. You have to be able to move with the punches. Sometimes we can have these predictions. Like myself, I predict this going on up to this trend line, and going back to 87, and I believe that we'll do that. But how will it get there, right? That's the real question. Is it going to bounce off the 38.2 or is it going to go test lower levels before it goes back up? That's what we're really looking for because this is a very high probability that the market will continue this previous pattern, right? Especially with a move past the 50. You know, once we get to a break and retest on this 50, that is going to be a very, very, very strong confirmation that this trade will have enough momentum to go all the way back up, to the 87. So right now, we're just looking for some price action right here. We just want to be prepared for multiple scenarios and just be able to take advantage of the opportunities as they come. Look for a break and retest. You're going to look for a sell move back to this trend line. Wait for a break and retest of the 38.2. Wait for a break and retest of one of these strong resistance levels. That's where you're going to find really, really good. So that's all we have for tonight. I guess I'll give you guys a stop loss and some take profit levels before we end this webinar. But when you setting your stop losses, you always want to go back and put it past that previous level. And I'll show you exactly what I mean. So for this trade, I have my stop loss around 83.1. That's when my stop. So I'm going to put my stop loss right in this area. So the reason I put my stop loss down here is because when the market moves, if it's to move and break this plane, it's no longer in an uptrend, and that's when I'll be looking, potentially to short it, if it continues, on a downward trend. But that's where I'm putting my stop loss. A little bit lower than the previous low. You see, that will be the previous low. I put it a little bit lower than the previous low. That's where I set my stop loss. And then for my take profit, the 50 could be TP1. I could have the TP2 here, the TP3, around the 87 flat price. So that's where I set my stop loss and my take profit level. I hope you guys got a little bit of information from this webinar. I hope this helps you out a lot this week. Words of advice: make sure you follow risk management, and I want to give you guys a little help with that. This is the most important part. This is how you guys are going to learn. So you only want to put one penny lot for every $100 you have in the trade. And when you're setting your stop loss, it's very important that you want to make sure that you never lose more than 3% in one trade. You want to trade this trade, especially if you have a account smaller than $1,000. I recommend you want to trade one currency. Know your numbers. Very, very important. And when I say know your numbers, know your stop loss and know your take profit level. Last but not least, make sure you document each trade in your trading zone. And when you document those trades, if it hits your stop loss, write down why it hit your stop loss. If it hit your take profit, why did it hit your take profit? And with your journal, you want to make sure that you are, paying attention to all the details. Take as many notes as you can about that trade. Get as much data as you can, because once you get enough of those trades under your belt, that data will really show you your high probability trades, the high situations that you see, and it'll help you execute those more and help you find more of those in the market. So, like I said, guys, I hope that this gave you a lot of really good information. You'll be able to use that this week for your trades, and we'll be doing a review of this trade, going forward, maybe at the end of the week and next week, just to try to see how you guys, made out. Pray you guys have a phenomenal night. I'll see you guys tomorrow.